Hello friends, welcome to English Smart Academy. Hope you are all doing well. Friends, today's video is very interesting because we are going to deal with what are the different degrees of adjectives, what are short, long and irregular adjectives, the importance of degrees of adjectives, or what are the common problems faced by ESL learners, the adjectives that do not use than or superlative degrees. Don't skip this video, watch till the end to understand each and every aspect of degrees of adjectives, especially if you are preparing parts of speech, particularly adjectives for exams point of view. Then save this video and share this content with your friends. So let's start. First of all, what are degrees of adjectives? Degrees of adjectives show the level or intensity of a quality. They help us to compare people, places, or things. There are three main degrees of adjectives. Number one, positive. Number two, comparative. Number three, superlative. Now, what are positive degrees of adjectives? Positive degrees of adjective is the basic form of an adjective that shows the quality of a noun or pronoun without making a comparison. So in positive degree, we don't make a comparison. This is the basic form, or you can say the simple form of degree of adjective. It is the base form of an adjective. For example, this is an interesting story. The sun is hot. She is wearing a beautiful dress. So here you can see interesting, hot and beautiful. These words are positive degrees of adjectives. Comparative degree. The comparative degree is used to compare two people, two things or two ideas by showing which one has more or less of the quality. So in comparative, as the name is suggesting, that we are comparing two people, two things or two ideas, two phenomena in comparative degree. It highlights a greater or lesser degree of a specific quality of a noun or pronoun. It is formed by adding er to short adjectives and more with long adjectives. So you are to keep in mind, we add er with short adjectives and more with long adjectives. For example, he is taller than me. John is more intelligent than Peter. So here in the first example, taller is a short adjective. We add er with short adjective. In second example, intelligent is a long adjective, and we are to use more with long adjectives in comparative degrees. Superlative degree. This is the third degree of an adjective. It shows an extreme comparison things. So you are to keep in mind, in superlative degree, you are comparing with three or more things, with three or more places, with three or more people, with three or more ideas in superlative degree. It is formed by adding est to short adjectives or using most before long adjectives. So superlative degree, we use est with short adjectives and most before long adjectives. Example, this is the tallest building in the city, and she is the most creative person in our group. Here, tallest building, tall is a short adjective and we added est with tall and it became a superlative degree. The second example you can see, creative is a long adjective and we added most to make it superlative degree. What are short adjectives? Short adjectives usually have one syllable or sometimes two syllables ending in y-o-w-e-r-l-e. So y-o-w-e-r-l-e, these are the ending letters of short adjectives. As the name is referring, the adjective or the word is short, containing one syllable or two syllable. They take er and est for comparative and superlative forms. Examples: tall, fast, happy. These are the short adjectives, and you can see the second comparative degree of these adjectives we added er, and in the third degree, which is the superlative degree, we added est. What are long adjectives? So long adjectives contain two or more syllables and we use more and most with long adjectives. Examples: beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, interesting, expensive. So you can see these words are long adjectives, and we added more with comparative degree with the second degree, and most in superlative degree in third degree. Short adjectives. These are the certain examples or the words of short adjectives. You can see tall, small, long, short, high, low, big, wide, strong, young, soft, hard, easy, loud, bright, dark, warm, cold, old, fast. So these words are short adjectives. Long adjectives: beautiful. So I have added a few examples or words of long adjectives: beautiful, difficult, expensive, comfortable, interesting, dangerous, careful, useful, famous, generous. What are irregular adjectives? Irregular degrees of adjectives do not follow the usual rules of adding er or est. Their comparative and superlative forms change completely or follow unique patterns. These forms must be memorized because there is no fixed rule. We have studied about the short adjectives and long adjectives. In short and long adjectives, there is some extent the words are similar. We put suffixes or prefixes with long and short adjectives, but irregular adjectives, the simple positive, comparative and superlative degrees, 3 degrees, are completely different words. So we are to memorize irregular adjectives. Examples: good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, far, farther, farthest. These forms change entirely and do not follow regular suffix rules as there was in short adjectives and long adjectives. Irregular adjectives do not follow these kinds of rules. There are the few examples of irregular adjectives: good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, little, less, least, much, more, most, far, farther, farthest, far, further, farthest, many, more, most, late, later, latest, old, elder, eldest, well, better, best, badly, worse, worst, ill, worse, worst, near, nearer, nearest, near, nearer, next, for, farmer, foremost, hind, hinder, hinder, hindmost, in, inner, inmost, out, outer, utmost, up, upper, upmost, down, nether, nethermost. So these were the words of irregular adjectives. Importance of degrees of adjectives. They show comparison clearly. Degrees help us to compare qualities accurately. For example, she is taller than her sister. So this is showing that she is tall, but her sister is not tall. Degrees make our communication effective. They allow us to express differences in a meaningful way. For example, the presentation was good. The presentation was better than last one. That was the best presentation of the day. So these 3 degrees of adjectives, these sentences are making our communication effective, accurate and more clear. They improve our descriptive writing. Writers use degrees to give stronger images and clarity. For example, she has a book. This is a simple sentence, but with using an adjective, the sentence would be she has an interesting book. So this is making a descriptive writing, or this is creating an image that she has a book which is very interesting. Common problems for ESL learners. They find confusion between more and ER. They say more taller, which is incorrect. For example, she is more happier. So here you can see there is double usage of comparative degrees. Confusion between most and EST. They may say most smartest, which is incorrect, and instead of saying smartest. For example, the coffee is most hottest. So here again you can see there is double usage of superlative degrees, most and hottest. Difficulty with irregular adjectives. Some comparative forms do not follow rules like good, better, best. For example, she is the goodest swimmer in our team. So here this is the wrong sentence. Goodest is a wrong. This would be the good. My house is more better than yours. So more is a comparative degree and better is also irregular comparative degree. So we cannot use double comparative degrees in a sentence. Using superlative for two things. For example, he is the tallest of the two. This sentence is wrong because we use superlative degree for the comparison of three or more than three objects. Spelling mistakes. They may forget to double consonants as in big, bigger, biggest. So these were the problems or difficulties faced by ESL learners dealing with adjectives and degrees of adjectives. There are certain adjectives that do not use than in comparative degrees. So usually in comparative degrees, when we are to compare two objects, we use than. There are following adjectives that do not use than in comparative structures. Instead, they follow fixed prepositions like to or from. Using than with them is grammatically incorrect. For example, senior, junior, we use to with senior and junior. She is senior to me, he is junior to his brother. There wouldn't be the usage of than. She is senior than me or she is senior than I. This sentence would be wrong. The correct sentence is she is senior to me. Superior and inferior. This cloth is superior to that one. His work is inferior to yours. Prefer. I prefer tea to coffee. Different, your idea is different from mine. Similar, his handwriting is similar to mine. Dissimilar, her style is dissimilar to mine. Close, my home is close to the school. Next, my class is next to the library. Adjacent, the park is adjacent to my house, means near to my house. So these were the words, these were the adjectives with which we don't use the word than while comparing the things, objects. There are also certain adjectives that do not use superlative degrees. The following adjectives express complete, exact, or extreme qualities, so they cannot be compared. Examples of incorrect forms include more perfect, most unique, most dead. These certain words we do not use comparative or superlative degrees. Absolute, these words are absolute adjectives. Perfect, complete, unique, dead, final, empty, full, entire, whole, infinite. So these are absolute adjectives with which we do not use comparative and superlative degrees. Then extreme adjectives: excellent, terrible, horrible, amazing, awful, brilliant, fantastic, superb, wonderful, huge. There are mathematical adjectives: square, round, equal, straight, all or nothing qualities, impossible, eternal, universal, blind, silent. So these are the adjectives with which we do not use comparative or superlative degrees. Conclusion: degrees of adjectives help us to compare people, places, and things in a clear and meaningful way. By using positive, comparative, and superlative degrees, we can show how one thing differs from another. These degrees make our sentences more expressive and help us to describe qualities more accurately. So understanding these degrees is very important for learners of English language because they improve both writing and speaking skills. When we use these degrees correctly, they make our communication clearer, stronger, and more effective. So this was all about from my side. Hope you have cleared your point related to degrees of adjectives, their usage, and their certain words which we do not use comparative or superlative degrees. If you want to learn more grammatical or any other lesson, let me know in the comment box. Subscribe this academy, share this content with your friends, like it, take care of yourselves. See you in the next video.